Good morning, everyone. It's April 9th, 2019. I only put one out yesterday, so today I have a little catch-up to do. If you already know about some of the stuff, I do apologize. But there's a lot of stuff, so you probably don't know about it all. You may want to stick around. Question to my subs, and by the way, thank you to my new subs and my old subs alike. I'm racing towards 1,000 now for some reason, just out of the blue. I've picked up a good bit of subs in a short period of time, so that's gnarly. I know you haven't heard that term in a long time, have you? What else? What else? Oh yeah. What would you, my subscribers, think about live streams? Would you care for me to do those? If so, let me know in the comment section below. Now, as I said, there's a lot of stuff to knock out. This is probably going to be a long video, and I'll probably do a headlines video, which will be this one, with focus on one or two at the end of the headlines, and then the rest of the videos will be specific headlines. Alright, we'll go from left to right here. And some of them overlap, so if I skip one on one website or another, that's the reason. I need to scoot up some. Alright. LA cop guilty of raping fellow cop's 13-year-old daughter in their home. Isn't that great? FOIA request reveals U.S. government experimenting on kids as young as 8 with cross-sex hormones. Isn't that neat? Our kids are being experimented on. Or is it the poor, hopeless, helpless children in America's pedophile mill known as the CPS, or Child Protective Services? Could it be those kids that are being experimented on? I think that to be very, very likely. Cop tries to seize a dirt bike and wipes out in an epic fail. Isn't that wonderful? I'd love to see those bastards make epic mistakes. Alright, now this is going to be one of the ones I cover in full at the end here. AZ representative defends child sex trafficking and laughs about child prostitutes. And this is the level of depravity on display in what is supposed to be the world's freest country. I guess you are. I mean, you're free to do depraved things like molest children and get a light sentence, but hey, if you snort some cocaine or have some weed, man, you're going to get the fucking book thrown at you. But you know this already. Watch Good Samaritans attacked, arrested for helping homeless people not freeze to death. And that's what happens to you in America when you have compassion for those less fortunate. And actually take action on your compassion. You know, I can see why people anymore don't want to do compassionate things, because it's punished, right? And when compassion becomes a crime, there is no hope for the civilization that that enables these sorts of behaviors. I mean, if they want to actually be a socialist country, check it out. The amount of money we send to Israel, for example, it could literally house every homeless person in the United States and then some. I mean, shouldn't we take precedent over, Israel, the American citizen? We should, but we don't. And lastly, on the Free Thought Project here, wait till your asses turn 18, cop promises to terrorize, brutalize a group of children. Well, that was just, he's such a nice guy, such a hero, right? My daughter had a piece of homework that I was rather disgusted by. And she is homeschooled, but they have what they call live lessons, right? And it's just one lesson a day over the internet, face to face with a teacher who telecommunicates for the job. And she had to write a sentence about cops being brave because they face danger. Seriously. But the reality of the matter is they are the danger, most of them. Alright, this here is on shtfplan.com. Payroll tsunami. Small business lay off workers to comply with minimum wage laws. Small businesses lay off workers to comply with minimum wage laws. See the damage that government's doing once again? U.S. problem with PC culture, lack of free speech will be the country's downfall. No, the country's downfall was allowing the Washington, D.C. government to incorporate and thus becoming a whole new government with a whole new constitution and continuing to put up with it generation after generation after generation. That really is our downfall. The fact that we allowed a politician to make owning gold criminal was our downfall. Our downfall began a long time ago, long before this politically correct bullshit came about. And by the way, if you're a subscriber of mine and you wish to continue to see my videos, it may be a good idea rather to subscribe to my BitChute channel. They do not censor what I say, and man, anytime I can be banned. I've been banned twice before, and this is my third go at it, and I really would like to be a little more successful this time around and not get banned. So, I might watch what I say, some, but I'm just not that kind of person, and subscribing to my BitChute channel would help me a whole bunch. Eventually, there's going to be a mass exodus off of YouTube into other platforms, such as BitChute, and what's the other one called? Damn, it's right at the tip of my tongue. God. When I remember, I'll say it. But these other these other places are for people like me to say what we wish without fear of being banned or having our videos blacklisted or taken down. And so please, if you're not subscribed to my BitChute channel, please do so. Alright. Blood of the innocent. Despite promises, U.S. continues to kill with impunity. And that's one I will be covering in full at the end of these headlines. And I covered this yesterday, or the day before, one of the two. Now, we keep hearing that, before I get to that, I'm going to comment on this one right here. Deadly threat, a secret drug-resilient, mysterious infection is spanning the globe. And I posed the idea on my video the other day that maybe this is a genetically modified pathogen, fungus. And I didn't say, I don't think I did anyway at that time, that, you know, a lot of times these evolutionists, these people who believe in Darwin's theory of evolution, they'll say that it takes, you know, thousands of years for mutations, or for them to, I guess mutate would be the appropriate word, for them to gain immunity from things like this, right? Like our antibiotics and antifungals, right? Now, why is it that this happens so fast if it's not a genetically modified organism? Just a thought. I mean, I may be wrong. It's very possible. But and this same thing would apply to the various flus, right? I mean, wouldn't it take these flus a very, very long time to change if these biologists and evolutionists are correct? Wouldn't they take a very long time to change? NASA warns catastrophic supervolcano poses bigger threat to mankind than asteroid. Yellowstone's going to erupt. It's going to. And it's going to erupt in our lifetime. And it's going to be ugly. And ugly in ways that I can't even think of. And we hear more and more and more about it. And yet they keep saying, oh, we have a long time to go before it erupts. And I disagree. I don't think we have all that long to go until Yellowstone erupts. And basically, one way or the other, there will be an extinction level event for mankind. Whether it's self-induced or a natural catastrophe is the question. Okay, alright, let's move on here. 14 minutes so far, people, a little over. Rockefeller Foundation to disband 100 Resilient Cities project and lay off the staff. I wonder what that's all about. And Japan grounds F-35 fleet after jet disappears from radar over Pacific. UK hacker jailed for 6 years for blackmailing pornography site users. You know what would have been a better one for him to do would be to blackmail people with a little more depravity than that. I mean, if you want to make some money, might not be a bad way to come into some money in a lump sum. If you can dig up some dirt and have actual proof that they would want quiet, they would pay you. And of course, you don't have to necessarily keep your word with these kind of people, because I don't think they're big on the word keeping themselves. So there's that. UN, Libya's Tripoli hospitals report 47 dead in recent fighting. There's a lot of stuff going on over there in Libya. And you have the likes of the Clintons, among others, to thank for that. Muammar Gaddafi, while he may not have been a good guy, per se, as people would judge it, he did a lot more for his nation's people than the United States government does for us. A whole lot more. Four Americans killed in roadside bombing near Afghanistan's Bagram airfield. I guess if you weren't over there in Afghanistan in the first place, you probably wouldn't be dead. Check this out. Man accused of stealing from Kmart days after buying $8 million private island. Video captures MiG-21 airstrike on Tripoli by renegade Libyan general. Again, the Clintons, among others, are to thank for the insanity going on over there in Libya. And that's just a little sliver. They're capturing slaves over there, African slaves. And you know what? This is crazy as fuck. They're capturing all these Africans to be slaves and cutting their balls off, the male's balls off, so they can't reproduce. And yet, you don't hear, like, Louis Farrakhan or any of the BLM people, Black Lives Matter people, or any of the black activists mention a fucking syllable about that. Isn't that strange? Southern Poverty Law Center calls on corporate America to blacklist former Trump officials for the crime of being former Trump officials. I mean, I don't like the government, but they had jobs and they were fired, so why blacklist them? What exactly did they do to deserve that? Now, I don't like these people, none of them, and I'm saying that. Did the New York Times violate its own code of ethics to feature child of Venezuelan coup plotter? New York Times has violated its own code of ethics dozens and dozens and dozens of times over. Why would this be any different? Parents charged in college admissions scam now hiring prison life consultants. You know what kind of prisons these people end up going to, if they go at all? The kind where you play tennis, maybe racquetball, and your rooms are maybe shared with two other people, and they're nice. And they're not going to the same prison as, say, I would go to. No, I would get the honor of going to probably some kind of gladiator school. And the only advantage I have on that is my age. My age may prevent me from going to one of a gladiator type prison, but It's not guaranteed. But these guys, they'll be playing tennis and sipping on margaritas, and they'll have all the luxuries in there as they do out here. And here's some justice for once. For once. Judge rules New York County can't ban unvaccinated children from schools or parks. That's a little bit of justice right there. Some people should be thanking that judge for what he did in the face of mass hysteria. It's not easy. It's not easy to speak out against the masses. Every time I show my face, every time I say something derogatory towards the government, about the government, the president, any of these people, and it's true, and I do my very best not to lie on my videos. Now, if I'm talking to a cop and I'm in trouble, I'm going to tell you the truth here. I will lie to them. Why is Trump designating Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps as foreign terrorist organization? You know what? Probably every nation that's been attacked by ours, it could probably designate our military as a terrorist organization. Futurist predicts AI will take jobs benefiting the rich but not workers. There won't be any workers. Don't you understand that this is one of the many reasons these people want you dead? Is once they have these robots able to do all these functions, they're not going to have any use for the workers anymore, and therefore they're not going to have any use for us anymore. We were made to be slaves to the ruling class. And once they no longer benefit from our enslavement, they will kill us. That's why that super fungus is spreading. That's why all of these wars are taking place. That's why people in the United States are trying to get a civil war started. That's why the ruling class wants a 90% population reduction. They don't care about the fucking climate. Alright. 23 minutes so far. DOJ, or Department of Justice, and Attorney General investigating FBI FISA abuse. Mueller report ready within 1 week. That comes from Barr. Now, the other day I talked about jobs. I explained that there were, 90,000, I believe, part-time jobs. Was it? It doesn't matter. It turns out that job openings have plunged by 538,000. And that's the biggest drop in 42 months. Let's see here, 42 months. That's around 4 years. Trade deal follies. Has Trump embraced the world's worst negotiating tactics? I'm going to cover this one in one of my videos. Talked about that. IMF slashes world growth outlook to weakest in a decade. And this is the third time the IMF has downgraded its outlook in 6 months. The economy is collapsing, and probably worldwide. And any nation out there who uses dollars as their currency will collapse right along with us. Iran Revolutionary Guard commander warns U.S. carrier stay away from our speedboats. And a world war to add to it. To add to all the things going on that's killing off the people. I thought this was funny. Small breasts need not apply. Spanish racetrack and hot water over giant rack requirement. And there's lots of pictures in this article. Might have to cover that one. Canadian crypto exchange Quadriga CX officially declared bankrupt. And everyone was swearing cryptocurrencies was going to be the next big thing, and it may very well be, but it's not going to be non-governmental cryptocurrency. You can bet your ass on that. And besides that, it was thought that blockchain was unhackable, and guess what? It's not. Everything can be hacked. Everything. Rally fizzles. Futures drift as Trump opens new trade war against Europe. And yes, he has. I mean, it just keeps going and going. And there's no possible way that I can cover all of this stuff. Sogen slashes 1,600 trading jobs after stunning 20% loss. Creepy AI monitoring UK employee work tasks in real time. There's that AI again. See, now they're monitoring. AI is monitoring people. Next, they're going to completely absorb the jobs. Bill Clinton honoree thrown in jail over biggest clean energy scam in American history. Another scumbag connected to Bill Clinton. And don't get me wrong, Donald Trump has no shortage of scumbags connected to him. And some of them are connected to both. Like Jeffrey Epstein. So, there's so much stuff in so little time. And again, you can really help me out by subscribing to my BitChute channel before I get banned again. If I get banned again. I'm trying to keep it, fairly clean. That way they don't have any reasons. That's why I haven't really been using video clips and shit too much, because the last video I did with video clips, or the one before that actually, with video clips, they took it down like 4 hours later, and I had to upload it to BitChute. So you not only will you be helping me out, but you'd be getting additional content that I upload there and not on YouTube, because YouTube will ban me. Islam gay agenda, New Zealand equals suspension. See last 4 articles. Social media won't allow me to show you. I might have to look at those. And I'm going to hit this one here. And this one here. Okay? Those will be my other videos. And this will be my last video. Right there. Michigan government to create thought criminal database. Excuse the fuck out of me. Database to flag those who contradict all official lies. French authorities test age of 17-year-old child migrant. Find he's 47. Coming to America, Canadian man fined $55,000 for misgendering a tranny. Okay. Latest Clinton email documents show cover-up discussions by vendors who managed illegal Clinton email servers. Notice that, she ain't in prison, right? Everyone swore Donald Trump would get that shit done, but she's not. She's not in prison. She never will be. All right, let's see how long is this video gone. Knock these out real quick here, so as not to take too much more of your time for the single video. Oh, Texas mayor as homosexual transvestite who wears 4-inch high heels. And it's not a joke. As I said, I'm going to cover this one. Might as well go. And if I can show the video clip, but because I use an ad blocker, most of the time the videos are blocked. Oh, come on, computer. Give me some cooperation. Okay. Come on. Bert. Well, at least he resigned. Okay, last month, Arizona Representative David Stringer resigned after his elected position as a representative, or from his position as a elected representative. After he resigned, records were released showing that he was arrested in the 1980s for raping 2 children, one of whom had a developmental disability. After a subsequent investigation was launched, we are now learning about the former representative's sick history, including a recording in which he condoned child sex trafficking. In 1983, before he became a politician, Stringer was arrested and charged with raping 2 boys under the age of 15 repeatedly. The police report notes that Stringer picked the boys up in a park and lured them back to his apartment, where he would engage in sex with them. Name redacted said that about a year ago he was in Patterson Park with a boy when a man stopped and asked if they wanted to go to his house and have some sex, the report states. In quotes, they did perform the sex act on Mr. Stringer. After the boys were given $10 apiece and they left. Yikes. This abuse allegedly happened on at least 10 different occasions. One of the boys said that he had been back to see Mr. Dave at least 10 additional times since the first time, the report states. He said that each time he has been asked to perform acts of fellatio and sodomy with David Stringer. And these are your American politicians, people. You remember that. This dude was a elected official that you, America, keeps on fucking electing these perverts. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Stringer denies ever raping the children and says the charges were expunged. However, the report shows that he took a plea deal in the case and was sentenced to 5 years of supervised probation. So, you know, he rapes 2 boys, and I guess the boys kept going back. I don't know what to say about that, except this dude should be hanging, and he should have never been elected to any kind of fucking office. That's how stupid people are. Right there. That's how stupid people are. And it's not just in America. This is a fucking problem that spans the globe. All of them should be hung. FOIA request reveals U.S. government experimenting on kids as young as 8 with cross-sex hormones. I wonder why I don't want to give my kid a vaccine. Alright. Washington, D.C., RT. Cross-sex hormones may now be given to U.S. children as young as 8 in a government-supported research program, despite the risk these drugs can pose. A doctor skeptical of transitioning gender dysphobic kids has discovered. In quotes, imagine giving 8-year-old girls testosterone, Dr. Michael Laidlaw told a Heritage Foundation panel. They are in 3rd or 4th grade. This is unbelievable. But this is going on. Laidlaw and endocrinologist discovered via a Freedom of Information Act request that the minimum age for administration of cross-sex hormones had been lowered from 13 to 8 in a large 5-year study being conducted at the Children's Hospital, Los Angeles. I don't know, man. I mean, a lot of the people that end up getting these gender reassignment surgeries, the majority of them, end up wishing they'd never done it and end up wanting their testicles back, end up wanting to be male. Just saying. But if I comment any further on this, I will undoubtedly be banned from YouTube again. So, that's all I will say. Anyway, I thought I would share this 40 minutes worth of articles and headlines with you. I will be back soon for the next round of articles. Again, if you like my work, if you agree, even if you don't agree and you just like me, or whatever, for whatever reason you watch me, give me a thumbs up. Maybe a share, and my PayPal link is in the description box below. And don't forget about my BitChute channel. And I'm still trying to think of that other social media, and it's right at the tip of my tongue. Lots of people use it, and you get paid to be on it. I don't even know why I haven't set up an account yet. I guess I will soon. Anyway, kill the state, live free.